Hey, what's up? Renee, Power of Soul here. It's been quite a while since I made a video, so I'm glad to be back to share all sorts of amazing, awesome wisdom with you. So definitely stay tuned to this channel because there's going to be a lot more updates, a lot more videos to be pumping out in a steady stream format. So it's all good. And I'd like to speak with you today about the ninth wave. And what is the ninth wave? What am I talking about? Well, I'm talking about the Mayan calendar and how the Mayan calendar is actually a map of consciousness that tracks the evolution of this whole creational system. And it's tracking this system through a sort of a clock per se, and that's the Mayan calendar, which dictates different cycles, 13 baktuns, which are time cycles, and the different states of consciousness that mankind, that this creational system is going to move through, evolve through a whole system of consciousness, of awakening. So it just so happens that the ninth wave is the last step on this Mayan calendar in terms of the evolution of consciousness that is going to be manifested here in this world, you could say, or within you, within your soul. And so October 28, 2011 was the time frame that has been determined at which all the 9 steps, all the whole of the consciousness, the 9 waves of consciousness are going to be sort of come to a singular point at which creation itself, humankind, is now able to manifest all of this 9 waves of consciousness, this Christ cosmic infinite consciousness within our own matrix or within our own energy field, to express that, to sort of bring heaven to earth or merge with our higher self and bring this reality into full manifestation. So this wave continues and is continuing and is still continuing at this moment. And you can say May 24th, 2017 is when this wave, this ninth wave of pure God consciousness, has reached another critical climactic point in which this energy of pure infinite magical awareness is starting to manifest at even a deeper level within humankind and all beings, for that matter, not just humankind. For any limited reason, this covers all of creation. So different types of souls are going to react differently and are reacting and experiencing different effects of this cosmic wave that is traveling through our own consciousness. There are certain beings who are very much aligned and geared towards this new consciousness and allowing it to manifest in their lives through many different ways. A lot of people who are in the healing field, people who are in the psychological field, people who are looking to do service to others and helping themselves and the world grow to new higher potentials. And there are some individuals who are on a different life path and are not necessarily on the path of ascension or sort of dealing with that cosmic level of their higher self. They're more dealing with learning how to understand what they are on a very elementary level, learning how to coexist with others with harmony, and learning self-respect and this very elementary evolutionary path in comparison to other paths. Not that one path is higher or lower than another, just different focal points of imagination. So there's no need to judge one person or another for being on one path or another, because all of creation, all of awareness, all of consciousness is one being playing all the roles per se. It's one sort of living being that can't be separated into one sort of category or another, because all these are man-made constructs coming out of our own mind anyways, all these ideas of separation. Point being, those who are geared towards accepting this new wave of consciousness have been experiencing quite a few different effects, which I'd like to talk about right now. And some are more symptomatic in terms of effects upon the body, and some are more psychological and emotional. So I will talk about some of the I wouldn't say benefits, the amazing miracles that are happening and going to happen for a lot of people at this current time. So what we're dealing with is the actual life force of the universe, the electrical, magical, infinite consciousness, the actual source of intelligence and all creativity itself, manifesting through each person who's allowed themselves to be a clear conduit for this pure life force to exist through and manifest as. So what we're experiencing and having people experiencing or going to experience is a lot of your magical, greatest, wildest dreams ever really manifesting within your own reality, depending on the state of consciousness that you are currently existing with or moving towards. Things that would be more common taking place would be telepathy, telekinesis, mind over matter, moving objects seemingly at a distance, being able to see through solid objects or inside objects, inside doors, rooms, inside your drawer, where your clothes are, your laundry, being able to see through inside objects. Basically the matter itself is going to start to appear to be more translucent, more like see-through, so to speak. That dense opaqueness will seemingly be more and more distant from you, as the reality, as you move in a higher vibration, what deems to be called physical matter seems to be more made of liquid light, crystalline light, kind of shimmering. So the density sort of goes away and everything blends together in a beautiful geometric harmonic pattern that you can't really see edges to anything anymore. It's all sort of woven together reality, just a magical paradise. Just one moment of this reality will just blow your mind, because the beauty is beyond all comprehension. So we're looking at all sorts of abilities being formed by people, being able to talk to dogs, cats, insects, trees, inanimate objects, things that you wouldn't even consider alive today, like a refrigerator. Things like this, everything's alive in the other worlds, in the higher worlds. So nothing is dead, everything is totally vibrant, alive, and communication with all of life is possible, because now you're actually dealing with the living being, the true presence of your true inner self, which is the same as every other being. So even upon Earth, you could say, a verbal communication usually accounts for only 7% of communication between beings. The other 93% is all non-verbal communication in many different ways. So keep that in mind as well, that the limitations, the way that we're normally conversing and communicating is very limited just on the onset. So once we take other factors into account, we can actually see that there's a lot more room and potential for us to communicate on many different levels. So this is already happening. We're just not necessarily aware of it. Other things that will be occurring, being able to levitate, fly, shapeshift, molecular reconfiguration, invisibility, all these sort of things start to become more and more effortless as you realize your highest true potential, that you really exist and can operate through 100% pure unlimited imagination and transcend all of our beliefs and all of our limited ideas about reality. And as this continues, we will really experience more and more of our magical abilities, things coming out of nowhere. Suddenly your ability to become an amazing artist or musician, or perform amazing physical feats, mental, emotional feats, will become more and more commonplace as we start to tap into our unlimited potential of what we truly are. And life is designed to be effortless, so it is a natural process to express this inner creativity in our own unique genius way that only we can experience from our perspective. And that's what makes us a little more each of us unique, yet all connected at the same time. So as this energy moves forward, we're reaching another critical point around September 23rd, 2017, and many prophecies, many ancient texts and star alignment charts have all pointed to this time at when the star alignment is at such a particular arrangement that hasn't happened in the last 7,000 years. Again, this particular date has been highly talked about, very interesting date that many are looking forward to for many different reasons, both religious and for scientific reasons as well, and spiritual reasons, all the way from the whole gamut of one spectrum society to another. So we have the birthing of a new age, the birthing of the new galactic synchronized soul that is in tune with its multidimensional capabilities and true understanding of itself as a pure spirit or pure awareness that is really permeating all of creation in an unlimited way. Rather than thinking that we were limited human beings stuck in these bodies, we will start to realize that even the idea of us being a limited human being was strictly one idea that was coming out of our unlimited imagination, sort of like a hypnotic trance, so to speak, and waking up out of a dream, per se, a dream of limitation. You could say that, a collective dream of limitation, being awoken slowly out of that dream, because you can't awaken to the truth all at once. It would destabilize a lot of souls. There needs to be a graceful unfoldment that in which one can appreciate each moment and what is happening with full comprehension. So as this ninth wave continues, and cosmic consciousness that we're all evolving into full awareness of, all these symptoms as well will start to come about and have been coming about, and a lot of people have been experiencing them. And one of the symptoms that most people have been talking about is ringing in their ears, the high pitch sort of electronic sound fluttering on and off, or frequencies shifting, almost like when you're changing the dial on a radio, or perhaps going underneath water and you can hear, a frequency shift in your ear. So a lot of people are experiencing that. Some people are experiencing random head pains. Also, changes in their skull. People are hearing bangs and snaps and cracks inside of their head. Some people are getting rashes, red marks, dry marks in weird parts of their body they've never had before, like eczema looking stuff. What's a big one? The stomach is the next big one that people talk about. Being bloated, puffy, constipated, or their body gets very dry. No matter how much water they drink, they can't get enough water. Chest feeling tight, palpitations in the chest, cracks, bangs, things shifting around, moving in there, almost like the heart getting beating irregularly. People wondering if they're getting a stroke or what's going on. Joints getting stiff, cracking, popping, sore joints, knees, elbows, could possibly even your hips as well. Dry eyes, no matter how much eye drops they put in, it doesn't help. Or eyes that feel like there's wind constantly hitting it, like tearing up almost. Teeth feeling electrical, weirdness in the teeth, with the jaw, cracking in the jaw. Also with the eyes, changing focus. Your focus may get blurry, or your prescription may seem like it's changing and you're not really understanding why, and it'll go back and forth from being crystal clear vision to blurry. Hair changing color rapidly, either getting color back or rapidly getting gray, like fast, like way faster than it ought to. Also the body being changing its diet. So a lot of people are experiencing greater hunger. They need more protein, they need more carbs, they want cake, they want steak, potatoes, ice cream, they want spicy food, they want something rich and heavy. And some people are going the opposite direction. They want something light, they want some grapefruit, they want watermelon, they want cucumber, they want lots of fruit juices and vegetable juices. So everyone is experiencing these energies in a different way, and it's quite the whole gamut. So a lot of pains and aches in the body, and you might freak out and say, hey, like, what's going on, and go to the doctor and all this stuff. But yet it's your own consciousness readjusting your whole being to this new vibration that is sort of de-densifying you, sort of like an ice cube. An ice cube, if you were to heat it up, then the ice cube would be more like water. It'd be less dense, more freedom as water, right? Whereas the ice cube is very stiff, not a lot of movement, not a lot of change happening. So kind of like that, you're kind of moving from being an ice cube to more like water. Now you're able to flow and play with life rather than being in this sort of limited constraint. So as we have more awareness, our life starts to make a lot more sense. For example, let's just say that we're in the middle of a lunchtime in Manhattan, New York City, and everywhere we look, there's thousands of people walking about one way or another. It's just traffic jam of people. As us being on the ground level, on that root level, we can't see very far around us. We can't see very far. There's just people everywhere blocking our vision. But let's just say that we're able to take a hot air balloon, 20, 30 feet up in the air. Wow! All of a sudden, we can see miles in the distance, 20 miles in that distance, 30 miles in that distance over there. And we can see it all at a single glance. And all we did was raise the elevation, just 20 feet up in the air. And now we can see patterns of how people are moving, where they're going, what's going on in the city that we couldn't even see before, because on the ground level, there's too much distraction, there's too much activity, there's too much in the way. See? Too dense. Whereas we go higher up, less traffic, clearer vision. You can see everything at a glance. You can spot patterns which you couldn't spot before. So now everything makes much more sense, much more quickly. And this is what higher consciousness is about. You start to see everything from a higher perspective much more quickly, and everything just makes sense. You can see patterns where you couldn't see patterns before, and now you're not distracted by all the noise, because now you're living in a higher atmosphere where everything's clear and silent, and everything is, you can see how perfectly everything is created from that perspective. So that's what we're moving into, but much more than that. So that's why I'm here, to talk with you about all this, and I have a lot more videos coming, because this is just the beginning of a whole new world that's coming our way. And so, as that being said, I've put together a special 9th wave quantum package for you. And I put together a lot of our products that are assist on this journey to help you realize your highest potential and express yourself, feeling and experiencing the highest state of wellness that you can at any possible moment. So I put together 9 of our amazing quantum products for one small price. 9 for 1, 9th wave. And you can click below and see if the package is still there. If it's not there and you're watching this video at another time, then regardless, go to our website and sign up with our newsletter so you can keep up to date with all of our videos and all of our information and wisdom and updates to our exciting quantum products. And make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Our website is innersoultech.com. That's INNERSOULTECH, innersoultech.com. So this is Renee signing out. Peace from Power Soul. Wishing you the best, and we'll talk soon. Later.